Back in April 2015, a modern Don Quixote, a 61-year-old U.S. mailman, decided he needed to deliver a message to Congress about campaign finance reform. So he flew in a gyrocopter. For those of you that don't know what a gyrocopter is, it's basically a bicycle with a motor on it and a thing that goes wop wop and a thing that goes wop wop. He flew from Gettysburg, Pennsylvania to the World War II Memorial and then up the mall to the Capitol steps where he landed. I think his letters eventually did make it to Congress. Anyway, he was finally convicted on one count of flying without a license. And you need to understand the circumstances of this, because in an ultralight, if it's 254 pounds or under, you don't need a license. But because he had, I think it was 10 gallons extra gas and a box full of U.S. mail, he came in at about 282.
And this is the Ballad of Doug Hughes.
Let me tell you a story that I read in the news of a daring deed done by a man named Doug Hughes, who thought that the Congress should hear of his views about campaign finance reform. 535 letters he wrote, each one with a stamped and addressed envelope, in hopes when delivered that Congress might vote to save our democracy now. Well, Doug was a mailman, so we know that he knew that no matter the dangers, the mail must get through. For 2 years he openly planned it, it's true. So when April 15th came, he knew just what to do. He flew down the mall with the greatest of ease, under the radar, just above all the trees, in a small gyrocopter, just as nice as you please, to the Capitol steps on that day. Doug stepped down to his copter to the Capitol lawn, where he faced 3 policemen whose guns were all drawn. They frisked him and then confiscated his mail. Then they handcuffed poor Douglas and they took him to jail. He was fully arraigned a month later in May for the laws that he broke on that mid-April day. Some think Doug was crazy to act out that way, but when they indicted him, all they could say,
Sing it with us,
was he flew down the mall with the greatest of ease, under the radar, just above all the trees, in a small gyrocopter, just as nice as you please, to the Capitol steps on that day. Yes, he flew down the mall with the greatest of ease, under the radar, just above all the trees, in a small gyrocopter with a following breeze, to the Capitol steps on